Yo. All right, so thanks for coming by. Appreciate you. What do you want me to call you?
I mean, you can call me Hael.
All right, Hael. Another graffiti fellow set this up. What's his name?
My boy Stoner.
I don't know anybody's graffiti.
Stoner D30.
Yeah.
It's not say his government name.
Yeah. Stoner set it up because it's like the crazy shit is like I'm cool with all y'all cats, especially out in LA and stuff, but I don't give a fuck about graffiti because I can't climb onto things and stuff like that, and I don't know the rules and regulations. It's not to diminish what a person does, but like I heard you was a cactus fella.
Cactus fella.
And you're a polo collector.
I'm a polo collector.
Here, get up on the mic, man.
Amongst a lot of things, I collect a lot of things. I've been called a hoarder, but I'm a hunter and a gatherer.
Bruh, you know what?
I collect things.
So I think you know what it is about collecting. It's like it's a sign of intelligence, right? Mm-hmm. Because it's like you're curious about something, then you research that thing, and then you want all of that shit. Like, but it's from appreciation. Like you see, I collect the eyeglasses, records.
Yeah.
But when I was driving down here, I wanted to learn about cactuses.
Okay.
And that shit made me want to fucking start growing cactuses, bro.
Oh damn.
It's like the opposite of plants almost in a weird way.
It is, but it's also very tedious and slow. They're very slow growing. So you got the patience.
Like,
then by all means go for it, and the payout is good because some of these cactus are worth a lot of money, but they're very slow growing. It's not like a plant. A plant will grow very fast. A cactus takes time to grow.
They're retarded.
They're retarded. Yeah.
They're fucking retarded. But like what I liked about them, Hael, was it was almost like I think we've all tried to get a cactus, right? We all get, and then it's like everything you could do. I guarantee you, everything you do to your cactus, you fucking ruin that shit. Like they said that you can, and like walk me through this.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got to be a real retard to kill a cactus because cactus are very resilient. You could neglect them, show them no love, and they'll survive. They'll live, because you barely got to water them. You water them twice a month, which is called hard growing, or once a month, actually twice a month or once a month. And they'll survive, they'll live, you know what I mean? But if you don't obviously water it for hella months, it's gonna die.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's what I was like, oh yeah, this motherfucker doesn't need any.
Yeah.
And like, you gotta finger fuck the soil. You do that to the soil.
To feel if it's dry or moist,
These are all things that I didn't know how to do. Yeah. And then I always wanted to make them look sweet as hell and shine them bitches. Apparently, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. They don't like that. They don't like getting fed even. You can't even water them up top. We have this thing called bottom feeding, where you dunk them in a bucket, and that's basically the best way to feed a cactus, because that's another way to easily kill a cactus is by overwatering it.
Well, that was the thing. It was like because they got farina. They said, right?
Yeah.
So farina is like dandruff.
Yep.
and it protects the little fella. Mm-hmm. Protects the little guy's his little trunk and shit like that. And if you dust it up, like it's supposed to look like it's ashy. If it looks like it has some,
it's supposed to look ashy and dusty.
Yeah, bro, it's supposed to look like ashy and dusty is
like
good.
It could look all fucked up and look like it's dying, and you feel like I gotta water it or shine it up. Nah, leave it alone.
If it went to a school in the hood, it'd get blazed on like real tough. It'd be like, oh, what's your ashy ass fucking whole self being and shit. But that means it's healthy.
Yeah, it's healthy.
See, like that's what I mean. It's totally fucking to my brain.
You can tell when the cactus needs water. It'll tell you. It'll look really fucked up, or it starts. You feel it and it gets soft. So if a cactus is really hard, it's healthy and alive. If you feel on it and it's really squishy, that means it needs water. So when you water it, it plumps up and it gets rock hard. So that's how you know.
It's almost like engorged with water. And they was telling me it was like a barrel, like it acts like a barrel system.
Yeah. And see, the thing with this too, everybody thinks like you don't water a cactus year round. They go dormant in the winter. So for those 4 or 5 months in the winter, you basically from like October till about now, I'm about to start feeding mine, but you don't water them at all. They go dormant and they collect and save all the water. So they're alive, but they're asleep. So they're fine. You don't got to water them. You leave them alone for 4 or 5 months.
They're like bears hibernating.
Yeah, they hibernate basically.
Isn't it wild?
So right now they're waking up right now.
And then they had shit like I was listening to the words like they had cuticles or something like what is that?
What do you mean?
Cuticles, man. I was listening on YouTube on the drive down here. Give me a fucking break. I'm
not
dumb.
sure what the cubicles or cuticles are.
I really wanted to say a good word and impress you, and then I just shit the bed. Golly, man. Man, all right. But then the ill shit too. Let's just forget I brought up the whole cuticles thing.
Yeah, right.
So it's like this is a cactus, and then when it rains, it doesn't go deep. They bust out like that way and that way.
Yeah. Pretty much they go off to the side, but the water just stays in the soil. It absorbs. But rainwater is the best water for them. That ain't really gonna kill them. Tap water will kill them.
Really?
Yeah, tap water will kill them.
Well, Detroit tap water especially.
Yeah, I mean Detroit. I mean it's fine, but you gotta pH the water too. So you just can't put regular water. It's got to be pH at like 5.6 or 5.7.
How do you do that? Like how do you pH that shit? You hate on that bitch?
Some people get the pH solution, or some people get white vinegar.
Hell yeah!
You put white vinegar in the water, you mix it, and just get a pH stick, a reader, and stick it in there. And that's.
Can you make your own? Because I make my own vinegar. Like, does it have to be white power vinegar?
I mean, I get it from the store, but I'm sure if you make your own, you could use your own. I got not organic. You know.
See, that's what I do. You do. I made some raisin vinegar.
There you go. I don't know if raisin vinegar will work, but definitely white vinegar.
White vinegar?
White vinegar.
Caucasian.
Yep.
Got it.
Straight Caucasian cracker. Straight cracker Caucasian.
Fucking 720 credit score, just whamming in that shit like, yeah. Well, we are the most player hating. Actually, we're not the most player hating. We're congratulating. Yeah. Look at that water player hating on that shit. PS.
So you're trying to get a plant business going, Stoner told me, right? Or you're trying, or you
no, it's funny though. I was just talking to my mom.
Yeah.
I want her to do flowers and shit like that. I think it'd be. I think in the world right now we just need to spread some love and some peace and
flowers and plants are good,
beauty,
bro.
dog.
Bring
right?
Oxygen, we breathing because of them. So
yeah,
plants in your home are good. It's a good thing. It's a good
that's
look,
like right. That's a sign of like you see a sad boy, and I've been that sad boy.
Oh yeah, I've been there too. I'm definitely been on that sad boy.
Yeah, you been that sad boy shit. You going there, bro?
Oh
man, fucking just all of the fucking
the house
plants.
is depressing. All the plants are dead.
All
the curtains are closed. It's dark as fuck in there. You haven't seen daylight in a while. You never open your curtains. That's bad.
Yo, son,
I'll put my curtains now.
Yo, bro. I mean, you gotta you got a special lady friend or anything like that that keeps you happy? Because right now I'm single.
Oh yeah.
And I'm willing to date 20 and up.
Yeah. I got a life partner that keeps me on check and holds me down. And
it's a lady or a fella?
A lady.
Why you call her a life partner?
Well, she's my.
That's your.
I've been with her for a very long time.
Good man.
I'm not married to her, but I've been with her almost 20 years now.
Are you gonna have
we are engaged.
Fuck yeah, dog.
I got engaged to her 6 years ago, so she's bummed right now that I haven't.
Bruh, what are you doing?
So I'm trying. It's hard. It's a process. I've been with her so long that I feel like I'm already married.
Motherfucker, what is wrong with you, bro?
I know it's dude. I feel stupid because she holds me down.
What the fuck are you doing? I just met you. I'm gonna chastise you.
I'm an idiot, bro.
Listen, look at me.
I'm just always.
I'm ordained. If you ever need anybody cool as fuck, ordained.
Look, bro. Why don't you even this? I don't have a girl. But
so when was your last relationship?
Was with this
just dating or not? You never been married, right?
Man, I got God in my life, and I stopped. I was looking at how I was living. And I was like, you are a fucking savage. This is not good. So I wanted to have some kids.
Yeah.
So the last girl I talked to was young.
Yeah.
Because for me in my brain, I need to my main thing is I want kids. That's it.
Yeah.
So. My last relationship was with Child Bride, who was legal, but I call her Child Bride because she was just a baby.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to deal with that.
Okay.
And now I'm sad. I'm not sad, but I'm trying. It's tough with these chicks nowadays. They really feel in their brain. They're like, if it wasn't for oppression, I'd have came up with time travel. It's like, no, you couldn't make a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, I see. With me was
shut the fuck up.
I still. I mean, with me is I still live this bachelor lifestyle, and even though I got a girl I'm committed to, and we've been to a long time, she's kind of getting tired, and she's like, yo, when are you gonna grow up?
Yeah.
I'm still like a kid running around, you know what I'm saying?
I
like to travel and have fun. I take her with me on trips, but then she works, she's a professional. I don't want to say what she does for work, but she has a very good job here, and she's tied down with her work. She's committed to this job, and it's hard for her to get out sometimes. And I'm always traveling the world.
Man, this is what you need to do, man. You ready for the checkmate?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready for checkmate?
Give me some advice, bro.
Be like, yo, listen to me.
Yeah,
I'm real happy.
All right, yeah.
I'm fucking. He's like, listen to me. That's what you do. Checkmate her ass. Be like, look, babe. I need a wife. I need a wife that's gonna be in the crib. Like, and I want you. If you're gonna be with me, you're gonna be my mate. I'm not gonna be your wife. I'm not gonna be. You need to quit this job. We need to downsize, and then we're gonna travel the world.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah, she wants me to make all this money now, so she don't gotta work.
Yo, man, chicks are fucking. This is the whole problem with feminism shit, right? It's like I'm used to this lifestyle. Well, what do you like? I guarantee you, she took a job away from a dude that could have done the job too.
Yeah.
Unless it's like some lap dance shit, and I don't want to. There you go. But what I'm saying is, women come into the workforce, compete with men for jobs, and then be like, "You need to make as much money." Well, shit, you're in the fucking way. Go over there.
She don't fuck around. She got her bachelor's, and she went for her master's, so she's on that level.
She's probably a beast.
Fucking genius. She's super smart. She's a beast. She's the smartest woman I know.
Yes.
A real talk,
I mean,
she's good at what she does.
That's awesome, and she's even got her snapping.
Actually, she's about to go for her doctorate. She's going back into school, and she's going for her doctorate.
She still doesn't know what she's doing. She wants
to make more money. She wants more money.
What a weird hustle this is.
She's at $100 an hour right now. She wants $150.
Isn't this crazy though? Like this is
that's what she wants.
But like, let's look at this. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like she's not going to be any fucking smarter. Like, let's be
I don't
real.
Think she could get any smarter.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a fucking scam.
Yeah.
It's a hustle. It's like, oh yeah, here I am. I'm waiting. I got this now. I'm way doctor smart now. I was just master smart. Now I'm doctor smart. So here's a 50% fucking. I'm gonna tax you. All right, so. Enough complaining about women. I just try. Look. I love women.
We can't live without them.
No.
But sometimes I don't even want to be around them.
Bruh,
but I love them. I can't live without pussy. Straight up.
You should like. I'm doing the celibate shit.
Oh damn, bro.
Well, yeah, I'm not
crazy for that one.
I'm not even busting nuts. Like that's why I got this energy.
Jesus, you got a lot of energy.
Like,
I see that. You're bouncing off the walls right now,
bro. This is from not coming. Like I haven't. Like yo, bro. Not to get too fucking thing. I wake up like a cactus and spend water like every day. I'm like and then I go hop in the lake, and I gotta make sure that nobody sees my erection because the neighbors must think I'm a fucking maniac.
They think you're a weirdo, some crazy.
Fuck yeah. There's some lady, she ran away from me with a dog. I was trying to give it a pig ear.
Oh wow.
Anyway, so there's and actually that's how I got caught up last time. The young lady came over. I'd been doing the celibacy.
Yeah.
Yo, try to think logically with a chick around you after you haven't busted in like a month.
Try to think about how she.
Just try to be logical around a young lady when you haven't busted in a month.
Oh yeah,
it's a whole nother level.
It's a whole other level. That ain't working because I just stay horny, so I just want to fuck all the time. You know.
You got any kids?
I got 2 kids. Yeah.
What a blessing, boy and girl.
Thank you, boy and a girl.
We had a Mexican fella in here last week, and I was trying to get him to put one in his girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bro, you can't be like 30 and Mexican and no kids.
Nah.
You look like a homosexual.
We're all known for having kids at a young age. You know?
Fuck so, yeah. I was trying to get...
My kids are grown up. They're like teenagers.
How old is that?
Bro, I got a 17-year-old and I got a 27-year-old.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm right there.
I don't look that crazy old, but I'm up there, bro. I've been around. Hey, thank you. I get that a lot from a lot of people. Like I tell them how old I am, and they're just like, "No way, you look." You know, they'll say I'm young, like give me a younger number, and I'm like, "Oh, thank you," but I'm this age, and they're just like, "Damn, that's crazy," you know.
But hell, no, it's funny when I saw you. I was like, I could tell. I was like, I don't even know your background, but I could just tell. I could tell you had been places. And you don't want to go to those places no more. That's what it looked like. You look
definitely not. I've been with some.
You look like reformed.
I'm very reformed.
Yeah.
But I'm still a fucking knucklehead. You know what I mean? Like, don't test me. Don't try me. I got a lot of respect from a lot of people, but I also give respect. But I'm definitely reformed. Like I said, I got away from a lot of the lifestyle I used to live. You know, I come from a crazy place. You know, from Los Angeles, 80s, 90s. I come from the crack era.
Tell me about
wild.
tell me about that shit, because all I knew was like watching Colors and Blood In, Blood Out.
Oh,
and
I was
shit.
there for all that. Like Blood In, Blood Out is more.
That was like
it's
early
more
days.
Like it's like more like a funny, more comedy, but like
Hey,
based on some
Cinderella.
real shit. But the real movie is American Me. That was the
Yeah.
real one.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that was what Blood In, Blood Out was based out of. But that was literally. So I'm from Boyle Heights, which is a little subset in between East LA and downtown LA.
Yeah.
We don't call it. Everyone says East LA, but we say Boyle Heights because we're proud of that area.
Right.
We're from the Boyle Heights area, but that's literally where American Me was.
That's where it was based.
Where it was based and where it was filmed out of. That's where, pretty much, I don't want to get into the politics side of it. But that's where politics were born out of, and rules and regulations come from.
So that was like
I was raised with rules and regulations.
What does that mean, rules and regulations? I'm just a civilian.
There's like you can't. There's just street. There's a street code you got to live by, and you got to go by, and you got to obey that. And if you go outside of that, there's consequences, just like there's consequences for everything else. But I can't really get into the politics of it. But yeah, but where I come from, it's very strict.
Well, I think that's good, right? Like, and that's kind of what I respected about the Mexican gangs out there, because I stayed out there for 20 years, man.
Yeah.
So it was like, they.
I remember when you were out there. Where were you at in that?
Man,
Silver Lake, Echo Park.
Shit, I was all over. I was out Echo Park, Homes. I was a fucking. Yeah, I was like fucking. I was over in what was it? I forgot the street now. It was the one. It was with all the it was Angelino Heights over there. I was on
you're up there by Angelino Heights.
Yeah,
kind of like between Chinatown, downtown.
Yeah, I forgot the up right over there.
Yeah,
by,
but like by Echo Park, but before,
right up in that.
Up
bitch.
on the hills.
Yep.
Yeah.
By all them fancy houses.
A lot of Mexicans and Asians up there. What was
Yep. We was like the second round of white settlers.
Yeah.
They had the lady.
You're the second wave of gentrification that came in.
Yeah, you're welcome,
fucked
motherfuckers.
Up the neighborhood.
Man,
You're welcome.
How y'all? Let's just touch on this. Let me just white people build the best fucking shit, and then everybody else moves in and then complains when we come back.
So do the gays. It's weird, but yeah.
And the other thing is this: it's like, bro, you got just as much European. You got like a gang of European in you too, man.
Yeah, we do. We don't like to claim it, but
I know.
We do.
Yeah, that's why y'all. That's why you're able to organize. You're welcome. You're fucking welcome. You're like, B. Yeah, we came up with this organization shit.
It's funny. Earlier when I came in here, I asked her, "What nationality are you?" And cause I was trying to read her. I'm like, "What are you?" And she, I thought she was a little kind of like a white girl, but she has a little. Like I don't like to use the word Hispanic and Latino because that's a government label.
What do you call it?
I say what I am. I'm Mexican.
Chicano?
No, Chicano. I'm a Chicano. So I'm a first generation born here in the States. My parents are Mexican. So I like to say, I say first and foremost, I say I'm Mexican because I'm proud to be Mexican.
As you should be.
But I'll say Mexican American because I'm also proud. I was born in the States.
Yeah.
But I'm a Chicano. You know what I mean? And it's actually Chicano with the X.
With the XI.
With the XI.
Like
yeah,
Oaxacan?
Yeah. Because that's from the Nahua, the Mexican dialect. From the Aztecs. But people in the Americas later put the CH and made it Chicano just to make it sound more American.
Oh,
but
sorry.
It's really Chicano.
I'm sorry we didn't fucking do everything the way you wanted it. My bad.
But she earlier asked me, I asked her, so what are you? And she's I'm from Southwest. I said, oh, so are you Mexican? She's like, yeah. I'm like, really? And I go, well, you kind of look, but you don't. I go, you could be Argentinian, Venezuelan, Chilean, But then she's
you think so?
Yeah. She looks a little light skinned.
Yeah, but like you act like a lot of fucking, not everybody's a paisa. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's fight. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's because that's where we come. See, like me, like, because then I asked her, so what do you think I am? And she looked at me and she, you know what she said? She said
a dirt person.
No, she said you could be a little Middle Eastern.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I swear to God, but I told her that's weird because hella people here ask me if I'm Chaldean or Lebanese or Persian or.
Bruh.
I'm like, but it's the beard, I guess.
No, man. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. I thought you was like a Chaldean cat.
Okay, because there's so many of them
bro,
here.
I couldn't understand. I didn't understand you the first time I saw you in here, man.
Yeah, I used to like hit the strip clubs with the homies here, and a lot of the strip clubs here are owned by Chaldeans. So I would walk in there, and these dudes would come embrace me like, "What's up, brother?"
Yeah.
Like, "What's up, brother? What?"
What's up, brother?
Like, yeah,
we're gonna take over the world together.
With their accent, but I guess they thought I was Chaldean. They're like, "You're Chaldean," and I'm like, "Nah, I'm Mexican." They look at me like, the fuck? Like I'm crazy, you know?
The Jews did me like that before. They're like, well, I swear to God, I walk up, they're like, hey, welcome to the tribe. It's good to have another member. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, you're the rude Jew, aren't you? I was like, nah, man.
Yeah, but I would meet these Chaldeans, and the more I talk, then like I guess the accent come out, like, what's up, fool? You know, and they'll be like, oh, all right, we see it, you know. And then she said, oh, I'm starting to catch the accent, you know. I'm an LA Mexican, you know what I'm saying? So.
Dog, if you don't open, like you're what they would call racially ambiguous. So you could get in wherever you fit in. That's what, when I saw you at Kelly's, it fucked me up because I was just like, I didn't know what to put you. You know what I mean? I was like, this is street dude, but like your eyebrows look too clean to be like.
Damn, I think I have bushy ass eyebrows.
I know, but maybe they're just actually. I was like, it's not like I fucking lost myself in your face.
Don't
you know what I mean?
Don't ever disrespect me like that and say I plucked my eyebrows, bro.
Nah, bro, but like they look like
yeah.
No, I'll be mad too. I was like, who's this fucking tatted up guy with the clean eyebrows, man? I didn't know. And then you were a snappy dresser.
I'll take that as a compliment, buddy.
Yeah, but that's what I was like. All I knew, I didn't know what the fuck you were. I just knew you was a street dude.
Yeah.
Because you see cats with tats and shit like that aren't street dudes that are like. They don't dress well. They dress what they think is. Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, look at me. I'm like, I just don't care. I got a hole in my fucking shirt.
No.
Yeah, he was too clean.
I got to be crispy, bro. I wouldn't feel right about myself if I wasn't crispy.
Yep. But like, here, I want to go back to all that other shit. I think like all that pyramid shit. I think everybody that had the pyramids, we all are connected to everybody. But like, you just not you're not making pyramids like that. I think Atlantis happened, and I think. Mexico got touched by Atlantis. Yeah, all that shit, all them shits got touched by Atlantis. Yeah,
there's definitely a connection. I mean, look, they're saying there's pyramids buried in Antarctica under that ice that they just can't get to, but they know they're there, and they look like the pyramids in Mexico from the lidar radar, whatever the satellite they got. So imagine that, like. It is crazy.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's going to rewrite history, basically. Bro, when that gets uncovered or whatever they find down there, or they already know it's there.
Yo, hell, they found. Ramsey, that fella over there,
the Egyptian.
That motherfucker, he had coke in his system, man.
He had coke in his system.
They found coke in his hair, bro. This is a ginger motherfucker with coke in his hair, bro. Like we all like Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, I see that, man.
Like these Phoenician ass motherfuckers was running dope way back then,
sure,
bro.
I mean, the dope game's been around since the beginning of time, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just been here.
How'd you get into cactuses?
Well. I had some homies up in the Bay that were growing them and collecting them maybe like 15 years back. My homie Sacker, BTM, Boy Hour. And so I just I would go and chill with these dudes and I would see their cactuses, their little collection. And I ask questions like, yo, what is that one? That one looks crazy because they were different. They're not like your house, you know, because they got cactus at Lowe's and Home Depot. But those are like just some bullshit cactus that cost like $5. But these cactus they had looked just different. So I would start asking questions. What is that one? What is that one? They'll be like, oh, this one's from Chile. This one's from Mexico. The majority of these cactus they had in their collection were Chilean or Mexican cactus. So they started explaining to me that those are the rarest cactus in the world.
Why is that?
Well, because most of them are in the endangered species. They've been poached so much that they're depleted. You know,
man, that's fucked
the
up.
numbers. So they're very rare, and there's only a few people left in California, Mexico, Arizona that are still growing them up from seed, you know, just to bring the numbers back up.
Yeah.
But they're the rarest in the world. They're also the very slowest growing. They're small cactus. You know, people are used to these big ass. Now these are small cactus, but they look fucking dope.
Can you pull up? Can we look at some of those?
Yeah.
You know what it was crazy. I like being a Michigan motherfucker, man. Like just going out to LA.
It's just
Bruh.
culture shock,
All
different, right?
So, so you know.
I'll tell you some funny story about me. I'm from California.
Yeah.
I'll let you. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, man. I'm talking to you anyway.
So the first time I left California, I was in California to the age of 27. Had never been anywhere, bro. I was one of them fools that was on the block.
Never left the block.
Never left the block.
Man.
I was posted. I was out there serving dope.
Man.
You know, with a strap on me all the time. Just doing what we did in the late 80s, early 90s, and I was just like, yeah, I'm never gonna leave. You know, I was like, fuck, and I was on that fuck New York, fuck the East Coast shit. I was on that tip,
I'm with Pac.
Yeah, but then what? I got it. I ended up actually getting hot out there in California for graffiti, so I couldn't be there. So I had a homie that moved out to New York. He had a job out there, and he just like, hey, bro, you should bounce. I got an extra room for you in New York. So I moved to New York in 2004. That was my first time leaving anywhere.
Yo.
So imagine me going from LA to New York. That was a fucking
I was in New York in 2004 too, bro.
Yeah, I was there
just
4,
got there.
5, 6, 7. Yeah.
That's the exact same stretch
three
I
and a
took.
half years.
Just long enough to be like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
good on
yeah,
that. I went back. It
yeah,
made me
yeah.
like LA better.
Yeah.
Yo, all right, so like,
But yeah, tell me about you, being a Michigander and moving to going to LA.
well, because like, so you see Detroit, it's like it's a Rust Belt. It's like Rust Belt, fucking barren wasteland, and this is nice compared to like this is VZ. Like this is like you look at 80s, 90s shit.
Yeah.
It was rugged out here.
Yeah.
So I touched down, and I'm like, I'm like on the 101 on the 110. Like this is amazing. It's like,
But stuck in traffic.
just beautiful. I'm like, look at that flower. Look at this flower. I could not,
Yeah.
because in my brain, palm trees means luxury, means vacation, means doing it the best.
Yeah.
Bro, I took a girl on a date to MacArthur Park, man.
Oh wow, really?
I didn't know any. I was like, yo, all I saw, I was like, this is a wonderful park. You know what I mean? Like, because.
Till you started seeing needles and fucking crack vials on the
I
floor
drove by in
and
it.
crack
You were
pipes.
like, doing the little
Hey,
whistle at me.
Which one to get?
I was like, because I drove by it, you know what I mean?
You
I'm
drove
like,
by,
oh.
it looked nice.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a girl there. They got paddle boats.
Till you start strolling.
There wasn't no paddle boats. Everybody's whistling
There was
at
boats
me.
with no paddles.
Yo, but that's like,
half of them sunken. The lake.
bruh. Yo, so that was me. Like I didn't understand the threats out there because it was a totally different animal. Even dealing with Mexican cats, right?
Yeah.
I'm used to dealing with black people.
Yep.
Way more direct. I remember getting
being out here. Yeah.
I remember getting some. I was at 7-Eleven. I was in like North Hollywood, off of like Victory somewhere, or some shit like that. And this the Mexican dude was looking at me. I'm like, "What up, man? You good?"
What's up?
I know you good. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
What's up?
No, but are you good?
Yeah, but they're like, but you
I'm
good?
like, I was just like, I didn't know if I was gonna fuck this guy or fucking fight him. Like I didn't know what to do. I'm like, what's going on here?
What's going on? Like, yeah.
Like, I guess I'm still good. Are you still like? We went back and forth.
Back and forth.
Clearly, I'm so happy he took it easy on me because I didn't know what the fuck. I kind of figured it out as we went.
You never know where that can go. You know,
bruh. Like
that was out in the valley. You said.
Yeah. And that was that's
He's probably tweaked the fuck out too.
Bruh. Well, it's and when I was in Angelino Heights, I had to my sister forgot to lock the door, and I had to fucking fist fight a tweaker in my house, man.
The worst, man. Tweaker stories.
Tell me about that. Like, just kind of help people understand. You know, like the way these cats communicate, because it's not. It's like the end of training day.
Yeah.
Like in real, but you know that's a little turned up. But it's literally like out here they're like, oh man, you a bitch, and then they want you to do something. Out there it's way more different.
It's just out there is different because it's very territorial out there. It's not like here. Like here, I could walk anywhere here down any street, and ain't nobody tripping on me. You know, like and it's what I want to say. It's like in LA with as far as with the Mexicans and the blacks. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of racial tension going on. You know, some get along. And there's neighborhoods where they grew up together and they're cool. But then there's predominantly Mexican neighborhoods where there is no blacks. So when those folks meet up with blacks, you know, shit pops off. You know, there's a lot of, like I said, racial tension that just been going on for years. It spills from the jails out into the streets.
It's the white in y'all Mexicans that are making you so disagreeable with the black.
But yeah, it's just out there. You know, it's just you can't walk down certain streets. It's territorial, you know what I mean? And here it's not like that, you know. And out there, like you were saying about the whistle earlier, if you hear a whistle and you walk into a certain street at night, you better get the fuck out of there. It's all bad. You hear the whistle,
man.
Get the fuck out.
Me and my homeboy, 90 mics. 90 mics. Why the fuck is it called 90 mics? Was there like 89 mics before? For real? 90 mics, better than 89 mics. Only by Luxury Loud. Bam. It was a night that they wanted to shut everything down. Remember that? Like they were told everybody to stay in the house and shit. And I'm like, man, fuck that shit. We finna eat ecstasy and take a stroll. And wasn't nobody on the street except over a Sunset and Alvarado, man. All of a sudden.
Yep.
What up, fool? Why you acting all scary? Why you acting all scary, fool? I was like, oh shit, And like I'm rolling too. I'm like, this is gonna suck. So I had to put my hand over. Like I had my little blade just in case, just so I could stab that bro. I'm like, I'm gonna stab that bitch. Like it's a woman over there. I'm killing the girl. Little Tweety, she's gone. Yeah. Done. But they were just like, why you so scary, fool? And then we kept walking.
These were like fools that popped out of somewhere.
Out of fucking nowhere,
Out
man.
of nowhere, yeah. They be chilling like that area. I know that area well, Sunset and Alvarado. There's all them apartment buildings. They're up on the roofs.
Yeah, bro.
Watching, so they start whistling. And so it's like if the dudes that don't pop out, they'll pop out the bushes, out of a tree, under a car. They'll jump out of anywhere, but then you got the dudes on the roof with the gun, and they'll just snipe you. So
well, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good at all.
All the time in L.A. Like, when you hear those whistles, it's because there's dudes on the rooftops, too, pointing a gun at you already, so you're gonna get shot at, or it's gonna.
Man, I'm so glad that I'm like I just look like an accountant, like just a regular Joe. Yeah. They're like, don't kill him. He's an accountant.
If I see you walking down any street in LA, bro, I wouldn't bother you at all. I wouldn't. Yeah. I'd be like, oh man, that dude's just
he's a square.
He's a nerd. Like
I am a nerd.
Yeah. He's just trying to go fucking read a book in the park.
And it's hard. I'm dyslexic. I didn't even know it. I'm living with dyslexia.
He's going on a Tinder day right now at a coffee shop.
Bro, that's been my saving grace over there. All the fucking and I'm showing up 5 minutes late, so I don't gotta buy her the fucking thing.
She already got it for you. Yo, like, hey, I got you a coffee.
I wrote about it in my book, man. I went to go get some PCP off this dude.
Oh, don't talk about PCP, bro.
Okay, you want to talk about PCP?
No, okay. Because I was a PCP dealer and smoker for 10 years.
I couldn't get ketamine.
That was my specialty.
Tell me about it. I'll tell you about mine, and then you can tell me.
I grew up. So where I'm from Boyle Heights, the neighborhood I'm from, we were known as the PCP capital of California. You know, there was a few neighborhoods that had it, but not like us. Like we had it. When I'm talking about we had it, we had it. Not cooks, you name it. It was being manufactured or cooked. We were pushing it, moving it to other states. Like that's how I grew up.
Right.
Seeing this shit. But the funny thing is that where I grew up in Boyle Heights, there was another neighborhood right over. I know you heard of Lincoln Heights.
Yeah, I know the whole
right
area.
over on the other side. Yeah. So I have older cousins that were from another hood, another gang. They were like my idols. They were like 10 years older than me. So my family, because they were my uncle, my mom's brothers, sons. But they were older than me, so we would go over there and hang out with them as kids, and they'd be hanging out in the backyard. So they were big into breeding pit bulls. They had Hael pit bulls and they had Hael roosters. They used to do cockfights. That's what they were into. So I was a kid, but I was so intrigued by that shit.
Right.
I'm like, damn, pit bulls and roosters. Oh, and pigeons. They had pigeons.
Would they fly them?
They were deep into that. So I grew up watching that. So then I later on started doing the same. But they were the first dudes I seen. They would dip a cigarette in a bottle, right? And I'm a kid. I'm like, keep in mind, I'm like 6 or 7 years old at the time. And my cousins and their homies from the hood, they're dipping a cigarette in a bottle. I would just see them. It was a little glass bottle, like an ounce bottle. And then they would light it, and they would light on fire in their face, but they would smoke it. And I would see them back there fucked up like zombies, looking like zombies. So, but in my head, I was like, I knew that you can't light a wet cigarette. So it always fucked with my head, like, how are they lighting a wet cigarette? Like, it's wet. I thought it was water. I didn't know it was drugs. And so fast forward, once I'm like 13, 14, where I live, it just so turns out the gang there, that's what they're doing. They're selling PCP for a living. That's what they do. That's what they're known for. So I'm starting to see this. We used to hang out at this park, go play basketball, go to the play set or whatever with all my siblings, but they'd be fucking, it was like a drive-through. You know, it was like a park.
Yeah.
And just Hael fools will pull up. They were just dunking cigarettes all day. Boom,
let me ask you.
Like a drive-through.
So it's like, I'm dumb, right? Is it like, so is there PCP and formaldehyde or?
Yeah, formaldehyde, ether, it's all these chemicals. But yeah, formaldehyde is like the main, the embalming fluid. Right. For dead people, it's fucking horse tranquilizer, all kinds of crazy shits in that shit. Like it's very flammable. It's super dangerous. So a lot of these dudes, because they started cooking that shit in LA in the 60s and 70s.
Right.
The Mexicans. And then all those cooks, from what I know, the history is they all got busted. Right. And they went to the joint or they were locked up. They somehow handed the recipe over to the blacks. And some of the blacks started doing that in the projects out in South Central, Watts, out that area. But it was always the Mexicans, cooking that shit up. But it was also very dangerous and explosive with all those chemicals. A lot of these labs will blow up.
So that was like the meth lab.
So, it was like a meth lab, but the charge, if you ever got busted manufacturing at a lab, it was an attempted murder charge because hella people were dying.
Wow.
And not only that, if you were get caught with a lot of PCP back in, I don't know if the laws have changed now, but in the 80s and 90s, you were getting also an attempted murder charge because how the people would smoke it in the hood and then drive off and crash and fucking die in the freeway.
Well,
You know
why
what I
was
mean?
it so like? Can you explain like the writers really like that shit too? Then the graffiti dudes like that
there
shit
was
a lot.
hella graffiti writers that liked it because I remember I would be on the block fucking serving, and these kids one time came by, and it's funny because I was a graffiti writer before I was a gangbanger.
Right.
That was my first thing. I was doing that, but then just circumstances because I grew up around it, I was kind of not forced into it, but I grew into it. I had no choice, you know. So I became part of it. But I was one of those kids that I love graffiti. I want to write on shit. I didn't want to have nothing to do with gangbanging, but I grew up around it, so I had no choice. All I knew. But there was these kids one time that came on the block, and they were catching tags. I seen them, but they used to score from me all the time. They were young. They were like 14, 15. I was probably like 18, 19 at the time. And I seen them catching tags, right? So I went up to them. And they had just scored a sherm stick, and they were smoking it and still catching tags. I went over to tell them, hey, chill, you're going to get the block hot. So go do that shit somewhere else. But then I looked over to see what they were writing, because at that point, I didn't really care about fucking tagging or graffiti or whatever. I looked over, and I remember what they wrote, but they hit up the OTR, which is one of my crews, you know? So I was like, oh, shit. So I looked at them, I said, what, you guys are OTR? And they're like, yeah, what's up? So then I told them who I was from OTR, and they're like, oh, what the fuck? I was already a legend for my crew at that time, you know? So I got close with these kids, but
what does OTR stand for?
On the Run. Yeah, it's like a famous, legendary LA crew.
Excuse me for stop. I'm gonna stop you and ask questions because I'm dumb.
Yeah, it's a famous LA crew, legendary, one of the top. You know, they've been doing it for a long time. A lot of famous heavy hitters came from
How do you do they be like? Does someone be like, hey, I've seen what you've been doing. Do you want to join OTR, or do you go? Like, how does that work? Or is it just like after you hung out long enough, they're like, man, this motherfucker OTR.
It's more like a family. I mean, all crews work different. Everyone has different politics and rules. Ours is more like, you know, we get to hang out with you. We definitely see you're getting up. That's a plus, but it's more like a family thing. Once we get to know you, or we see you getting up a lot, just kind of like bring you around, bring you under the wing, like, yo, hang out, get to meet the other homies. And
do you ever let people in that suck, but like they got a plug or they can beat people up real good?
There's been a lot of that, you know.
Fucking dude, right with a crayon on the wall.
I mean, it's not what we're looking for, but it happens, you know. We got people that suck in and later regretted it and got rid of them, but no, it's more we look for people that are going to be in for the long run. They're good at what they do. You know what I mean?
What do you value? Is it your? I don't even know. What's the vocabulary? First off, what is the vocabulary to describe like painting? Like, what is it called when you do like your line work? What is that? Like when you write your name, what's that called?
Oh, there's a lot of terms for it.
Just give me one so I don't sound like a dick.
I mean, hands.
So
that's a hand style. We call it hands or hand style or a tag. You know.
So what's better, hands or where you can put it? In your eyes,
well,
like, that motherfucker got that shit way up there.
Just hands in general. It's just like that's the first thing you should learn is how to write your name good. If you don't, you suck. You're a toy. So it's like hands are very important. That's the first thing you learn before you advance to the next level. Because after the hand, there's a throw up.
What's a throw up?
Throw up is like a bubble letter.
Okay.
You make your name and it looks like a bubble.
All right,
simple outline, like the simplest. It's like done in under.
That's like the Beat Street shit from back in the day. Like
kind of, yeah, like Cap. You know, famous Cap.
Right. Will you pull that up?
Cap and Style Wars.
Yeah. I remember that shit.
So, so you advance. I was saying you advance to a throw up. Okay. Then you go to straights and fonts, which are like block letters, and then you advance to a piece, which is
that a big whole thingy?
A piece is just like fucking 10 colors. You could use whatever. It's like a more technical letters. You take your time.
Would this be a piece like something like that, or is that weird?
That's just weird abstract fucking.
But what if I put
street art bullshit?
I would put the J-Man across it. That would be my tag, the J-Man. No one knows me though.
Would probably look better over there. The J-Man.
What are you talking about? I used to have this on my wall, and when I would do drugs, this would come out at you and go in at you. It was like Pee Wee's Playhouse.
I mean, I could see you fucking doing acid or shrooms.
That's exactly,
staring at that shit and just tripping.
I was doing DMT. I started crying. I was smiling. I was like, "This is amazing." I couldn't shut my
I started seeing shit and then like, "Yo, wait, what's in there?"
He's like, he's over here shitting on my fucking on my thing.
Yeah.
So that's the piece.
Yeah, the piece is like the final.
And that's the final
frontier.
You
advance the final frontier, you know. But yeah. And then there's rollers. You know, I don't know if you know. Rollers are just big. You get an extension roller pro with house paint, and you do that too. You know, so
that was pretty popular. I gotta tell you, like being a Michigan fella, and seeing every graffiti dude come and take this shit over like 10, 15 years ago. I'm guessing you were one of them. It was like, okay.
Complete the fifth.
It was like, I get it, but it was also annoying because like part of me was like, I felt like in my brain, part of like doing writing shit on the wall is like getting caught, or there's something to it, right? Yeah. Out here, it's just like, it was like punching a munchkin, bro. We had like, no one gave a fuck. It was just wide open. I was like, man.
Well, I mean, I could speak, like I said, look, I don't really like want to speak too much on graffiti, but I could speak on that, just
you
because.
Just as an outsider.
As an outsider, but just saying how like, outsiders came here to Detroit, whatever year that was, 2012, 13, without saying much. I mean, I could say names, but I'd rather not.
I'd rather you don't.
But, it was a certain group of individuals from the West Coast that came here, and there was graffiti here, but not.
No, there was like 3 guys that wrote.
There was a handful, and they weren't doing nothing big. They were, a spot here and there, but then this group of individuals came here from the West Coast and just fucking smashed.
It was funny,
like to the next level. But then that's where the internet comes in, because if there was no internet, nobody would see it or nobody would give a fuck. I come from the no internet obviously era. Right. So for me to see graffiti or see anybody up or anybody I liked or people I looked up to, I had to travel to another city to see that shit. Now you just look on the internet and see everything and copy everything, and that's what's kind of whack. But that's what blew up Detroit, because all this shit started getting posted on the internet, on Instagram. So then writers from all over the country and all over the world, because this shit went worldwide, were like, oh, that's where it's popping, Detroit? Yeah. This shit became America's playground. You gotta understand, 2013.
Trust me, I know. I was in LA. I come back. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. And you gotta say, that was just
cats just doodling
that little group of people that came here.
In high school, I used to do all the tree tracks upside down, like, shh, this shit's accurate.
Yeah.
So it's just that group, but that shit just sparked this whole revolution where just like everybody came here because they said, oh, it's a free for all. And I want this respect Detroit, but it was out of towners doing this. But it's like,
no, what? Like that was.
But I would run into locals, and then the kids would be like, first thing they say, oh, you live here? I said, nah, man, I'm just passing by. I'm traveling or whatever, But they're like, oh, you guys are killing it. And I'm like, oh, thank you. They get props. But then later, I'd hear through other people, they're talking mad shit behind. They're mad at us because we didn't check in with nobody here. We just came and did our thing.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, you can't, like, these cats, it's like, man.
Yeah, but then I was saying, hey, this is your city. You should take some pride in that. If this was my city, bro, and I see outsiders come here, bro, you best believe I'm gonna show out. I'm gonna let these motherfuckers know what time it is. I'm gonna go out there and do better and bigger. So I would tell these Detroit kids, hey, you guys gotta fucking take some pride in your city and go out and just do it.
I wish we just murder the wrong people. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
We just murder each other, man. We'll kill each other. We're busy killing each other, and then y'all, the West Coast just came in, just tap dancing all over.
Yeah, just came in here tap dancing,
fucking clowned us, bro. Yeah, because I'm in LA, right, and I come back and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, what did y'all let them do?
You don't understand, bro. We come from a place where the mentality is
it's a different
kill or be killed, and it's like go bigger and better and go over, like just. That's just our mentality. We know nothing else. Like that's what we do. That's what we're known for. As far as like LA dudes, like anywhere in this country we go or anywhere in the world, we're gonna let that city know that we're there. It's just a known fact. And no disrespect to Detroiters or anybody else in the country. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? That's what we're known for. You know what I mean? So it's like
no disrespect. We disrespected y'all, but no disrespect. Like as I'm fucking your girl, no disrespect. No disrespect.
I'm tapping, but I love Detroit.
Hey, I'm gonna pull out though. I'm gonna pull out. Oh, I left it. My bad.
I swear I had a condom on.
Here's the morning after I put in a smoothie. But like the funny thing is this, that led to fucking the economy improving.
Yeah.
Because it got a whole bunch of artists and shit like that, graph writers and shit that came in and started doing things. And now it helped the economy.
It did. Eastern Market, you seen Eastern Market blew up. They started having the mural markets down there, murals in the market. And it just brought not only people from all over, artists from all over the world, but people from all over the world coming here to these events and see all these great walls and murals going up, It's still happening to this day. To
this day.
See Jesse and Rule out there doing a great job with that.
Those are my dudes, man. Yeah,
that's my boy.
They're the best.
Yeah. Good people. Good people.
Cow dolls over there. Or no, she's Syrian or some shit like that.
she's some, I don't know, Middle Eastern something, but she cool as fuck.
But
I
like,
love
yeah,
Rula
you
and
can't mix
Jesse.
up the Middle Easterns. It's like calling a Puerto Rican a Mexican or vice versa.
Chinese to the Japanese.
They don't like each other.
They hate that.
Yeah, bro. It's like, yo, we're out of time already, man.
Yeah.
Dog, see, that wasn't that bad talking
It's
to me,
not
man.
bad, bro. We could do this again.
Please,
Yeah,
let's do.
yeah,
I want to hear
sit
about.
down and
I want to
fucking-
do polo. I want to do
Yeah,
more
we could do
cactus
the
shit.
polo. I could fucking tell you about
Will you
the
bring
crazy-
in I want you to bring
I
in
could
some
bring
cactuses.
I'll bring some in. Yeah. Like I said, they're mostly Chilean and Mexican. They're like
Fuck
the
yeah.
rarest and most endangered. And I got most of them in my collection. I got some of the rarest shit that like you can't even get. They're like black market shit.
That's dope, dog.
Yeah.
You know, this is what I was gonna say. I forgot because we just was going all over the place. But like, I remember going to L.A. and it looked like it looked like fucking Hop on Pop or Dr. Seuss shit. Like
Yeah.
it fucked me up seeing
Yeah.
all of the cactuses and stuff like that in the trees.
Yeah, everyone's just growing
It's
them out in their
magical,
front
man.
yard. It's magical. That shit's dope, bro.
Bro, it's
you see
awesome.
driving by, you see cactus in people's front yards. Like, damn.
Even like
I wish
oranges
I could
and
do
shit.
that
You be
here.
like, what?
Yeah, oranges,
yo,
apples. You can just walk around,
shit
grab
is
them.
bananas.
Limes, mangoes, avocados.